Hello my friends, welcome to an exciting episode in our Photoshop design series. In this video, I'll be walking through the process of creating this flyer inside of Photoshop. If you've not gotten your Smart Designer Premium asset, now is the best time to get yours so you miss out on this freebies that comes inside of this package, like your text, your backgrounds, your images, your PNG images, and other effects and other goodies that comes with this package, right? So if you've not also subscribed, now is the best time to subscribe to my channel so you miss any of the things that I'll be dropping anytime from now. Without having to say much, Charlie, let's get started. So the first thing I like to do is click on File and click on New like this, and I'm just going to set this to a 5x5, just like we've done in our previous videos. So it's just going to be 5x5 like this, and social media flyer 5x5 inches, please, 300 resolution. And transparent, click create like this, and it takes us straight into the Photoshop application. So if you're new, this is how my application looks like, right? So if you need a video of how to arrange this, I would put it in description above. So I'm going to create two layers like this with this first one, and the resource file is in the description of this video. Do well to get yours too. I'm going to drop this here like this, and I'm just going to reduce the size like this, and not too small, just something okay and realistic, right? So I'm gonna have this here, but a few things I like to do to this image, like, I would like to make it pop. So I'll go over to Camera Raw. This is Camera Raw, and I'm going to make it load up. I'm just going to bump up some few controls here. Increase the texture. You can copy my settings for this, and increase the DAs, reduce the shadow like this, and when you're done, just click on create like this, or click on OK. Sorry, not create, OK. All right, so you have this. I'm just going to double click the foreground color, sample a color from the image itself. So it's good to always sample colors from your image that you have in your composition already, so to create a nice blend of colors and harmonies, right? So this is the color I want. I'm going to come down here to this layer and click on gradients. I'm going to open this up and select the first one and close that up. Come and select radial here, right? So click on reverse to reverse it. This is what we want, but a couple of adjustments you can adjust manually, or better still, I'm going to click OK. I think I'm okay with the way this one is. You can use my settings for that too. Let me go back there, and yeah, so this is my settings. So I'm going to move it upward like this, just like this, and yeah, I'm going to create a new layer here, flip this and select my brush. I'm going to double click. I'm going to click 3 times, right, to add some white, so to make this part of things really bright, right? So this is what I have. I can reduce it here from the opacity like this if I feel it's too much. So I'm going to revert this, or double click on this. Let me use this, select the color here, or just use the black. I'm going to create a new layer. So I'm going to go and create a new layer above this like this. I have my brush selected, my flow is set to 100. Click twice, Ctrl T, hold down Shift while you're bringing this down like this to create this shadow effects. I'm going to move it close to it to create that realistic shadow for this particular image. So this is what I want to create, right? Perfect. Just perfect the way I want it to be. Okay, so now let's move on. A couple of things I need to do again, like making this a little bit bigger, because I realized that it's kind of a little bit small. So I'm just going to increase the size and use my arrow key to position this here like this. Okay, So what I'm going to do next is, let's see. Okay, so I'll go over to my source file. I have this here. I'm just going to drag and drop. And so you have this. I'm just going to make this bigger, somewhere like this. And when I've gotten the size that I want, I'm going to press enter to release. Click on the curves adjustment layer and make sure you clip it on the chips itself. Reduce like this, right? Go to filter when you're selecting the chips, go to Gaussian blur and add some blur to it like this, right? So when you are convinced with the kind of blur level you want, you can click OK. Go over to curves again, still clipped on the chips. This time change the channel to red and increase to add some reds to it like this. So this is a simple trick to use and add reds to a particular image. So you can see that there are levels to doing things in Photoshop, right? So I'm just going to move this up and I'm okay with this. So the next thing I want to do is to create highlights around the package itself. So I'm going to clip this new layer. I'm going to double click here, select the white or just select the white here and click OK. So I'm going to select my brush, B for brush, and I'm going to make it very small. I'm going to reduce my flow and I'm just going to dabble around the edges. Make sure it's not too close, just on the edge. And I'm just going to be painting once or twice on areas that I need, like this. If you need to zoom in, please zoom in, and just paint in the highlight like this with the whites, right? On this part too, paint in the highlights, and there you go. And on this part also, right? So there you have it, nice highlights, and we're good to go. So the next thing I like to do is I'm going to select this color, make it a darker color, click OK. I'm on the new layer that I created, select the brush, increase the flow. You can make the brush bigger by using the bracket key, and I'm just going to paint around these edges like this, right? Exactly the way I'm doing mine. That's how yours should be, right? So I'm going to come to these edges, up layer like this and down below like this. You can reduce the opacity if you feel it's too much, but I'm going to leave mine like this. So next thing I'm going to do is I think this is fine. I'm going to make some adjustments, not necessarily, I'm just going to be moving things around. Let me reduce the blur value here because it seems to be too much. Reduce it just a bit, and I think around, yes, this is fine. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to bring in my text. I'd already taken time to type this out, so I would not spend the whole day on this video. So I'm just going to make this smaller. I can see that I need to adjust a few things. So I'm just going to select the package, the shadow and the highlight all together and move them with the arrow key. And I'm going over to the text. I'm also moving this with the help of my arrow key like this. Okay, so this is perfect the way I want it, close to the middle, or if not the middle. So the next thing I'm going to do is click on color balance, copy my settings for this also like this, and make a snapshot. Control Alt Shift E to make a snapshot. Go over to camera raw and let's finish things off. So finishing things off, I'm just going to add some shadows to it, and then also textures, and click OK like this, and voila, you're good to go. All right guys, if you like this video, make sure you don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button ASAP, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so that you miss the next video just up above here like this. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.